Filed. We're here on a motion for continuance filed by Ms. Gomez, who represents the mother, Ms. Morrow. Ms. Gomez is with us. Ms. Oscarson is with us representing the O'Quinn intervenors. Ms. Oscarson, were you expecting your clients this morning?
Gunnar, they're joining by YouTube today.
Oh, okay. All right. All right. Mr. Hamker's with us representing another intervenor, Veronica Rodriguez. Were you expecting her, Mr. Hamker?
Your Honor, I'm not for sure if she's going to be here this morning.
I have a Veronica Navarez. Could that be her?
That is her.
That's her? Okay.
Yeah, when she got divorced, she changed her name from Rodriguez.
Okay, I'll make a note of that. Okay, so Ms. Navarez is with us. Mr. Hill's with us representing the father, Mr. O'Quinn. Were you expecting him, Mr. Hill?
No, sir.
Okay. And as I said, Ms. Gomez is here representing the mother, Ms. Morrow. I don't see her. Ms. Gomez, were you expecting her?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, I think that accounts for everybody we need. Yolanda Novak is in the waiting room. Is she involved in this case?
She's my caseworker, Your Honor. I would ask that you allow her in, please.
Okay.
And Judge, I am here for the child.
Oh, sorry, Ms. Wiggins.
That's it.
I'm still having a hard time getting used to you and your new role.
Same.
All right, as you know, we're here on the motion for continuance filed by Ms. Gomez. I will inform everyone the dismissal date on this case is May 17th, 2025. As always, we worry about the jury trials for the CPS cases because we have trouble getting mainly court reporters. Sometimes it's usually not a judge, but sometimes getting a courtroom. But we have checked with Judge Martindale, and they assure us that they have. I don't know if he plans to hear it himself or whether or not he's going to get a visiting judge, but he assures us that we'll have a court reporter, a courtroom, bailiff, and a jury panel. So there's not a problem with that. That the reason I set this hearing because we always have those problems. I have talked to Mr. Jackson, who represented Ms. Morrow in the past. He's in agreement that Ms. Gomez really probably needs more time to prepare and probably also get some insight from him since he represented Ms. Morrow throughout this case. He's been unavailable medically to help Ms. Gomez, so I'm inclined to grant the continuance. Does anybody object to that?
No, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor.
Okay.
No.
All right, I didn't hear anybody objecting, so I think that's only fair to Ms. Morrow and to Ms. Gomez. So I will grant that motion for continuance. Again, it will not be me hearing the case, so you guys can get with Judge Martindale's office about a reset date that works for y'all and works for him also. So, okay, I appreciate y'all being agreeable to that. That will conclude this hearing. I'll be back at 9 o'clock to call a Dallam County case. We'll stand in recess till then. Y'all have a good weekend.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, it's a little past 9 o'clock. Morning, everyone.
Morning, Judge.
Mr. Nowak, are you filling in for somebody?
No, sir. I was appointed to represent Billy Moody,
Oh, okay.
and that was right before it was set for a final judge, and I filed a motion to continue. And according to my notes, we have a permanency hearing February 10th and the final trial March 17th.
I'm not showing. I show Moody set for 11 o'clock.
My bad then. My bad. On the motion at 11?
Yeah, it is. Yes, it is. There's a motion to suspend visitation is what I have.
For whatever reason, you know what? I've got the old docket that everything starts at 9. Judge, I will, with your permission, I'll leave the courtroom and I'll see you in a couple hours.
Okay, we'll see you at 11 o'clock.
Thank you, sir.
All right, then I will call on a permanency review after final order. Mr. Albie's with us for the department. Ms. Ledbetter's with us for CASA. Mr. Turner's with us representing the child as the attorney ad litem. Ms. Lucero is in the waiting room. Let me get her in. As is Ms. Grant. We need both of them. Is Halisa Bird your witness? Yes. Okay. Get her.
She is, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. Ms. Lucero is with us now. She is representing the father, Mr. Caliche. Miss Lucero, I had in one report he was incarcerated, and the other one I showed that he'd been deported back to Guatemala. Is either one of those correct?
Your Honor, as far as the deportation, I don't know. I've tried to track that down, but I have checked in the area counties to see if he's in any of the jails, and I have not located him.
Okay, well, I think maybe he has been deported. Okay, so Miss Lucero's here for the father. Miss Kincaid is with us representing the mother, Miss Pastor. Miss Kincaid, were you expecting her?
She may be in classes today, Your Honor.
Okay, I'm gonna then, we had Mr. Perales. Mr. Perales, we only needed you for the parents. Mother's apparently not gonna show, and father is probably in Guatemala. So, apologize for, having you there, but go ahead and send us your bill and you are free to go.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Good to see you.
Bye, you too.
Let's see. I believe that's everyone. Miss Grant is with us. She is guardian ad litem for the mother, Miss Pastor. All right. I believe that is everyone now. This case was set for 9 o'clock. It's now 9:05. We'll proceed in the parent's absence. I have no one in the waiting room, so Mr. Alvey, you may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. I would call Miss Jalissa Berg. Where is she currently placed?
With her mother in a group home at Children's Home of Lubbock.
And is, first of all, is the placement at the group home meeting all of Kay's requirements at this time?
Yes, they are.
And since we placed Kay back in her mother's care, has her mother been making sure that she's attentive and doing the things that mothers should do for her child?
Yes, yes.
Any special issues or special needs with Kay that we need to bring to the court's attention today?
No, not at this time. Kay's very healthy. She has her regular routine checkups, and she's just thriving and doing well in the home.
Mom is still very young, 19 years old. She had some issues with some abusive tendencies towards substances and relationships. Do you feel like she has learned from the things that we have tried to give her to overcome some of those issues?
Yes, I do. Mom has continued her services. She has had the opportunities to, go out and hang out with friends and do different things, but instead she's been focusing on her services and getting Kay back. She has no desires to do the things that she used to do. She's does well in counseling. She does talk about those things in counseling and just about her future. So she is doing really well, and that's not a concern anymore at this time.
When you and I last talked, you explained to me that you thought that she was able to communicate with you in a much easier manner using English. Is that what your understanding is?
Yes, she's actually taken 2 different courses. And so she just continued her education with learning English, and she doesn't use the Google Translator anymore or staff, and can actually just communicate with me. So she's doing really well.
Has she communicated to you that she is sure that Isaiah, the father, is in Guatemala at this time?
Yes, she told me that she was told that. And so with the internet searches and trying to find and locate Dad, I do believe that that's possibly where Dad is located.
You haven't had any contact with him, and he hasn't reached out to you attempting to have any visits or any contact with Kay?
No, I have not.
The main concern in this case, other than the fact that Mom is still has some immigration issues, and is still in extended care with the department, is that we just hesitate to let Mom and baby go without having some oversight. Is that right?
That's correct.
So are you asking them that the court continue the department as permanent managing conservator of Kay at this time, and continue to work with Mom to give her every opportunity we can to be able to parent this child correctly.
Yes, we are.
That's what, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Ms. Bird, along the lines of what Mr. Alvey asked you, I read in your report that she has her Guatemalan documents and working on a visa. Is St. Francis or the department helping her with that issue?
Her probation is actually helping her with that.
Okay.
And we've just offered any services or help if they run into any issues.
Okay. The department has a section for that. If she needs our help, the department has a section that works on that type of thing, don't they?
I believe so, yes.
Okay. All right. Okay. Thank you.
Your Honor, the attorney in Lubbock, Pamela Ferguson, is the
Yeah.
lady in our region who handles those things.
Yeah, I know Pamela. Good. Okay. And Ms. Bird, is Sinead on, I'm sorry, I'm going to ask, is Sinead on any kind of psychotropic medications?
No,
Okay. And obviously Kay is not, I guess.
correct. She's
Okay. All right. Thank you. Ms. Kincaid, questions?
Thank you, Your Honor. So Sinead is in extended care herself as a young adult. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And you've already kind of testified to this, but does she stay in contact with you?
Yes, I see her and Kay monthly, but she does stay in contact with me, and she's doing pretty well.
Okay. Is she cooperative with you?
Yes, she is.
Has placement reported any issues with Sinead lately?
No placement. I talk with her case manager as well as the house parent in the home. They both report that she is doing really well. She's basically the primary parent when handling Kay, and she's doing really well at just feeding her and putting her to sleep, and they're in a really good routine.
Okay. Thank you. I'll pass witness.
All right. Thank you. And is she still working on her GED, Ms. Bird?
Yes, she went from working on her ESL in school to actually focusing on getting ready to test for her GED. So they just transitioned last month on that, and so she's working on getting her GED.
Okay, great. Ms. Lucero, questions?
Just a couple, Your Honor. Ms. Bird, if you by chance run across any kind of information, of course, for the father, would you let me know?
I definitely will.
All right. That's all I have, Your Honor. I'll pass the witness.
All right, thank you. Ms. Grant?
No additional questions, Judge.
All right. Mr. Turner?
Ms. Bird, Sinead is obviously in extended care. Do you see any need for a change in placement on the horizon at any point?
It was discussed. She is currently in a cottage. The plan in March is to have her move to the SIL program on the same campus. It's just more focused towards independent living. And so it just stands for just supervised independent living. And so she and Kay will move eventually to that part of the campus.
And are you comfortable at this point with her progress as a mother and caregiver, that if she does move to the more independent living area, that she'll be able to handle that with Kay?
Yes, I do.
I have no further questions, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Alvey, anything further from the department?
No, Your Honor, we rest.
All right. Does anyone else have witnesses to call?
No, Your Honor.
No?
No, Your Honor.
No, Your
All
Honor.
right, then, Mr. Turner, recommendations?
Your Honor, I would recommend that the department be maintained as the temporary managing conservator and that placement be continued.
Okay, thank you. All right. Ms. Ledbetter, CASA, have anything you need to talk about?
Nothing to add, Your Honor. They're both doing very well. We would just recommend that they continue in their placement.
Okay, yeah, I'm very proud of what she's done. I was worried about this one. She's really impressed me, so. Okay, then I will continue the department as permanent managing conservator, continue Kay's current placement with her mother. I'll set the next review hearing for July 25th, 2025. That will be by Zoom like today's hearing, so parties and attorneys can go on the court's online docket a day or two before July 25th to see what time we'll have that hearing. All right, we will stand in recess on this case. I'll be back in about 15 minutes to call a Dallam County initial permit. Mr. Alvey's with us for the department. Ms. Ledbetter is with us for the children. I'm sorry, for CASA. Mr. Turner is with us for the children. Mr. Taylor is with us representing the father, one of the fathers, Mr. Jared McClellan, who is with us. Ms. Grant is with us representing the mother, Jennifer Cox. I don't see her. Were you expecting her, Ms. Grant?
Your Honor, I'm sad to report that I have found out my client passed away. I'm in the
Oh.
process of collecting the backup documents to file a suggestion of death into this matter.
Okay, well, I'm sorry to hear that.
Thank you.
Sorry for the whole family. Ms. Grant, then if you have other things to do, then you're excused.
Thank you, Your Honor. I'll get my filing in so that the court can close her out as a party.
Okay, I appreciate that.
Have a good weekend.
You too. Ms. Lucero is not with us. She was with us in her last hearing. I guess she dropped off. She represents the father, Manuel Elliott, father to Alexis. He is not with us. Alexis is with us today. The other two children are not. So,
Your Honor,
yes.
would you be able to open a breakout room for Alexis and Casa for me?
Sure. Okay,
Alexis?
you may be asked to join this breakout room, or it may just put you in there automatically. All right, for the record, Ms. Lucero's now joined us. Ms. Lucero, were you expecting your client, Mr. Elliott?
Your Honor, I don't expect him. I did send him the information, but I don't expect him here today.
Okay. All right, I have Christy Ashley in the waiting room.
She is my worker, Your Honor.
Okay, we'll get her in.
And where are they currently placed?
With a maternal grandfather.
And where is that located?
And Dalhart.
And my understanding is that they were just moved to that placement last week,
On Tuesday, actually.
this week.
Yes,
And
sir.
there was a home study that was done and that was approved, and we were planning on doing that move a little later, but because of Jennifer's passing, that we went ahead and sped that up and moved that home, moved those kids home.
Yes, sir.
Have you been to the home since they've been there?
Yes.
This is a very trying time in their lives, and I'm not trying to make it sound less than it is, but are they going to be okay in that home?
Yes, sir.
Were the children excited about moving back to Dalhart?
They were preparing for the move and they were ready to get back with family and friends. But having to move it up and the reasons for that have kind of put a damper on the excitement.
And I understand it. And this home study had been approved for some time, but originally Alexis had told us that she did not want to move in with her grandfather, but she went ahead and changed her mind, and she is acceptable to that move at this time, right?
Yes, we set up therapeutic visits, and with the therapist's recommendation, we felt that Alexis was comfortable and ready to do the move.
Other than the trying situation which they're going through right now, are the children doing physically okay?
Yes.
Did their prior placement make sure that they were attending all of their medical, dental, and mental health appointments for their needs?
Yes.
Other than, well, do they have any special issues or special needs that we need to address with the court today?
We're having a hard time getting someone to get the evaluation done for the autism assessment for JJ. That's kind of the biggest thing we're running into right now.
And have we reached out to providers in Amarillo in the local area to determine if we can find someone who can do that assessment?
Well, they've only been here since Tuesday, so we haven't really had a chance. We've kind of let them be settling and dealing with family issues for now, but I have been told multiple times that there's like a 6-month waiting list for someone to do that evaluation. So I'm not sure if there's something the court could help us move that along.
So it might help us if we had an order from the court.
Correct.
Okay. And I have to do this for the record purposes. you are aware that Jennifer Cox, the mother of these children, passed away,
Yes.
and you were made aware of that on or about the day of her passing.
Yes.
And we're also, I know that this grant said she was actively looking for documentation to be able to file a notice of her passing. We're actually also attempting to find some documentation to show to the court that happened, correct?
Yes.
All right. In the meantime, Jared McClellan is the father to the two younger of these two children. He was ordered to work some services. Has he been working services?
Yes.
And are there services that he has completed at this time?
Yes. He's completed his services. He's still working on BIP.
The only service in the service plan. Let me back up.
Sorry.
Tell me what services he has completed.
He's completed all of his required counseling sessions. He completed his psychosocial. He completed an outpatient rehab program. And he's still working that program. He's just completed our requirements for that. And then he has approximately 7 of 18 BIP classes completed.
Okay. Are there any services that he has not actively been participating in?
No, sir. I'm sorry. Also, I forgot the parenting classes. He's completed his required parenting classes.
And has he been cooperating in complying with your requirements for drug screens?
Yes.
And since he has completed his outpatient or the portions of his outpatient, has he been negative on any drug screens?
He's been negative on all his drug screens.
Okay.
For me, I would have to go back and look at the prior ones before getting the case.
Okay. But for you, he's been negative.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And are we still working towards possible reunification of his two children with him?
Yes, we're looking at reunification for all children with him.
Okay. Even though Alexis is not his biologically, that's kind of what our goal is, to keep them together and move them all into his home.
Correct.
Okay. Manuel Elliott is the father to Alexis.
Correct.
And he was also ordered to work services.
Yes.
Has he been cooperating in working services at this time?
No, sir.
Have you had any contact? Well, can you tell me when you took over the case?
Mid-December.
And since you took over the case, have you had any contact with Mr. Elliott?
Yes.
Where did you find him?
I met with him one time in Dalhart.
Okay. And do you remember when that was?
I can get that date for you very quickly. December 23rd.
And what was his responses to you when you talked to him about his services?
He says that he wants to work services. He told me that he wanted to go to inpatient, but he wasn't ready.
And you haven't heard from him then in over a month?
I hear from him when he wants to talk to me. If I reach out to him, I don't get a response, but if he has something he wants to say to me, that's when I hear from him.
Has he contacted you and said he's ready to start inpatient services?
No, sir.
Has he contacted you saying he wants to start counseling or parenting classes?
No, sir.
Have you asked him to drug screen?
Yes, and he has drug screened.
And do we have the results of those drug screens?
Yes, they are positive.
Would you agree with me then that it would not be safe to return Alexis or any of the children to him at this time?
Yes,
And it'd be contrary to the children's general welfare to do so.
yes,
You will continue to work with Mr. Elliott if he wants to continue to work services.
yes,
Is he exercising any visits with the children?
yes.
What kind of visits does he have?
I want to confirm. We're talking about Mr. McClellan?
No. Let's talk about Mr. Elliott. Is he exercising any visits?
No, sir.
Okay. Do you know when the last time he had any contact with Alexis was?
I would have to go back and look in notes, but I would say, I believe, October or November.
Currently, are there any restrictions on his visits with Alexis?
The visits were virtual prior to them moving here. Now that they're here and in close proximity, normally we would allow face-to-face visits, but with his drug screening, we would restrict those to continue to only be virtual.
So you would ask the court to make sure that those visits are virtual and supervised?
I would like to ask the court to suspend visits until he starts to test negative.
Okay.
Or work some services.
I understand. Now, Mr. McClellan's exercising visits with all of the kids, right?
Correct.
And he just is almost finished with his services, but not quite.
Correct.
So it would still be contrary to the general welfare of those three children to return them to him today.
Yes.
And it would not be safe to do that until he completes those services.
Correct.
So you're asking the court to continue the department as temporary managing conservator of these three children while we continue to work with Mr. McClellan to allow the children to be returned to him.
Yes.
Last witness, Your Honor.
All right, thank you, Ms. Grant. Oh, I've let her go. I'm sorry. Mr. Taylor, questions?
Yes, thank you, Your Honor. Is there anything that Mr. McClellan needs to be doing that he's not doing?
Not at this time.
Pardon? I didn't understand your answer. I apologize.
Not at this time.
Okay. And he's staying in contact with you well, is that correct?
Yes.
How have his visits been going with the children?
The visits have been going fairly well. They've been virtual, so that's a little difficult, especially with two young children. But we believe that being able to move to face now is.
In fact, he's scheduled later today with his first visit since they've been moved back to Delhart.
Yes.
Just so we have perspective on this, their mother passed just 8 days ago on the 23rd. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and so you don't even have a death certificate yet. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. Your Honor, I'll pass the witness. Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Lucero, any questions?
Yes, Your Honor. Miss Ashley, you stated that y'all want to return all three of the children back to Mr. McClellan. I mean, that's y'all's goal. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. And prior to this case, and I don't have all his file in front of me, but prior to this case starting, did Mr. McClellan have any court order conservatorship over Alexis?
No.
Okay. And now, since the passing of Miss Cox, has Mr. Elliott reached out to you?
He reached out to me to inform me of the death.
Okay. And did he by chance discuss with you possibly looking for a home study on his mother, the maternal grandmother?
Yes.
Okay. And is the department willing to do that?
At this time, we believe it's in the children's best interest to stay with the kinship placement that they're at, but we could discuss doing a home study and see if that would be appropriate.
Okay. And I remember, and at the beginning of this case, I recall that a home study couldn't be done on the mom because that's where Mr. Elliott was residing, but he no longer resides there. Were you aware of that?
I am aware of that.
Okay. All right. And as far as his visits, do you think it's in Alexis's best interest to cut off her virtual visits with her father, being that she just lost her mom?
Yes. He
That's all I have.
He hasn't been attending virtual visits with her already.
Okay, well, I'm sorry. I thought you stated that the last contact was October and November. Is that right?
That October or November. I would have to go back and look. It's been quite a while.
Okay, but he has had contact with her, right?
Not for several months, or at least 2 months.
A couple of months. Okay. All right, I'll pass the witness.
All right. Mr. Turner?
Miss Ashley, have the children's therapist and counselors been made aware of Miss Cox's passing?
Yes, sir.
And have the children had any visits with those therapists or counselors to address that?
Yes, the counselor was present at the time that we notified the children.
Has there been a plan put in place by the counselor and the therapist for ongoing counseling sessions to help the children deal with grief and their mother's passing?
Yes, the counseling service that they were with has local services, and they made arrangements to transfer all those services over when they knew we were moving the children.
Okay, so there is someone locally in close to placement in Dalhart that can be there basically for the kids if they need them. I'm not going to say on a moment's notice, but sooner than having to transport them somewhere.
I don't know that it's in Dalhart, but I do know that those services are being scheduled.
Okay. And is there anything else that the department, in your opinion, that the department needs to do for the children to help them get through this time?
We're just going to make sure that their counseling services are set up and that they have CASA and myself and their family there to help support them.
No further questions, Your Honor.
All right. Anyone have further questions for Ms. Ashley?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Albee, any other witnesses?
No, Your Honor, no further witnesses. I'll rest.
All right. Thank you. Mr. Taylor, any witnesses?
I'd like to call Jared McClellan briefly, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. McClellan, if you'd unmute, please. All right. Thank you. Mr. Taylor.
Yes, Jared, how long were you in the role of step-parent to Alexis?
Since me and Jennifer's been together since she was about 2 years old, so almost 12 years.
Quite a long time. You basically consider yourself the father figure for Alexis?
Yes, sir.
And in your opinion, does she feel the same way?
I believe so. Yes, sir.
Okay. Is there, you heard Ms. Ashley's testimony. Is there anything about it that you wish to address?
No, sir, I don't.
Okay. So things are going pretty well?
Yes, sir. Just grieving at the moment, but other than that, everything's okay.
That's understandable. I believe she only took the case over in I think December, if I recall what she said. How long have you been maintaining yourself clean and sober?
Just a couple months prior to our case opening.
Okay. So,
I'd say about a month actually, prior to our case being opened.
Okay, so it's been 4 or 5 months now.
Yes, sir. I mean, I've been going to AA meetings and everything, and I've got my 6-month chip last Monday at our meeting. So I've been clean and sober for 6 months.
Good. I'll pass witness, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Mr. McClellan, congratulations on your chip, and again, we're sorry for your loss.
Sir?
All right, Mr. Alley, did you have questions?
I don't have any questions.
All right, Ms. Lucero?
No questions, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Turner?
No questions, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Taylor, any other witnesses?
No, Your Honor, I rest.
Thank you. Ms. Lucero, any witnesses?
Your Honor, I don't have any witnesses, but there's a couple of issues I'd like to address with the court.
Let's wait till we're through with testimony.
Okay.
First.
Okay.
Mr. Turner, any witnesses?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Ashley, this is Judge Graham. If you'd unmute. I'm sorry, Ashley. Alexis, sorry. If you'd unmute. Can you hear me? Look, you're muted again. Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. If you'd speak up a little, I can barely hear you. Alexis, I'm so sorry for your loss. I just wanted to tell you that right off the bat.
Thank you, sir.
Is there anything you want to tell me today?
I've seen something pop up on my screen, and it said, "Do you still want visits with your father?" I don't know which father it was occurring to or anything, but yes, I do.
Do you want? I don't know who did that, and I'm not sure that that's how we should have done that. But would you like to have visits with your biological father, Mr. Elliott?
Yes, sir.
All right, and you still want to visit with Mr. McClellan too?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you want to? Would you like to stay with your siblings, with your brothers and sister?
As of right now, yes. I'm still trying to process my mother passing and that
Sure.
decision.
Okay. Well, nobody's putting you on the. I just wanted to be sure. You've made me aware. We'll be sure that you can visit both parents. You understand? I'll probably your biological father, Mr. Elliott. He'll have to give us a clean drug screen before I'll feel comfortable doing that. But if he can do that, then you obviously, if that's what you want, then you should be able to see him too. Okay.
Yes, sir.
And I read that you're on one medication. Do you think that helps you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. If you're old enough, Alexis, if anytime you think that the medications you're on aren't helping you, or you think the side effects are worse than what they're doing to help you, you have some say-so in what kind of medications you have. So be sure you let CASA, let your lawyer, Mr. Turner, anybody with St. Francis know, because we want to be sure that you're okay with what medications you're on. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, then. If no one has anything further, Mr. Turner, recommendations?
Your Honor, I would recommend that the department be maintained as the conservator and that placement be continued. I would maybe and that the court order any evaluations that are necessary for all of the children, as kind of brought up in the testimony, and would maybe suggest that, especially given the circumstances, that Alexis's therapist make a recommendation as to her visits with Mr. Elliott.
Okay. And Ms. Ledbetter, anything to add?
We're in agreement with Mr. Turner. Alexis does still want phone contact with her father, Manuel Elliott. I do think that it would probably be best for her to make that decision, but no in-person visits until he starts engaging in services and provides clean drug screens.
Okay.
And I understand the department wanting him to have a clean drug screen before he visits, but given the circumstances, if the therapist thinks that it would be good for Alexis to have visits with her father, I think that's appropriate.
I agree, but I think any therapist is going to say he at least needs to give us a clean UA before he visits. So, okay. All right. And I have one other question. Mr. McClellan, if you'd unmute again, I'm sorry, I meant to ask you this before.
Yes, sir.
I read in CASA's report they were concerned about your criminal charges. I wasn't aware of what that is. What do you have any pending criminal charges?
Oh, well, I'm just I got deferred adjudication on my criminal charges, burglary of habitation and child endangerment, and I'm working services with my probation officer as well.
Okay, all right. So you've taken care of all that and you're on deferred, which is good, meaning you wouldn't have that on your record. So, okay. Nothing out there we need to be aware of other, you've taken care of all that, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Thank you. All right then.
Your Honor, may,
Oh yeah,
there's
you
a,
have issues.
sorry.
Yeah.
Your Honor, I would ask, again, there's speculation about, well, let me just say this. I would ask for the court to consider ordering a home study of maternal grandmother. We don't know how this case is going to go forward. We don't know how Alexis is going to feel going forward if where she'd like to stay long term. So I would ask for the home study on maternal grandmother. I'm sorry, paternal grandmother.
Who's that?
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I have her name in my computer, but I can't access it now. But I can. I believe the department has that information.
Are you talking
Just
about
ma'am,
I'm sorry.
Alexis,
Sorry.
what's your grandmother's name? Your paternal grandmother?
Manuela Elliott?
Manuela?
Yes, sir.
and may I respond to Ms. Lucero, Your Honor?
Sure.
Your Honor, the Department of St. Francis Ministries would oppose any home studies on Miss Elliott. There was some concerns about safety plans being violated. There were some concerns about Miss Elliott making excuses for Mr. Elliott at the beginning of this case. Mr. Elliott has access to that home, and so we just would ask that it would be overcomplicated, the issues, if we do an additional home study at this time. So we would ask that you not order that today.
All right. Well, I think considering all that's happened, that's a little premature considering what Mr. Elliott has not done. So I agree with you. Okay. I will continue the department as temporary manager and conservator, continue the children's current placements. I'll order the autism testing for JJ. I'll order that any visits between Mr. Elliott and Alexis be suspended until he, number one, provides a clean UA drug screen, and number two, the therapist recommends that visitation. And I would think it would probably be good to start out as therapeutic, but I'll leave that up to the professionals. I'm going to deny the home study on Miss Grandma Elliott at this time. I'm not saying I won't consider it later, but we've got enough balls in the air right now. So, all right, then. Our next hearing will be on May 16th, 2025, a permanency hearing. That will be by Zoom, just like today, so parties and attorneys can go on the court's online docket a day or two before May 16th to see what time that hearing will take place. Alexis, you are certainly welcome to attend any and all hearings we have. I like to do that when we can have kids present. So if you want to attend that next hearing, you just let someone at your placement or CASA or anybody with St. Francis or your lawyer know, and we'll be sure that we'll arrange to have you there, okay?
Sir, thank you.
Thank you. I'm glad you were here today. Nice to meet you. All right. We will stand in recess on this hearing. Mr. Albie's with us for the department. Mr. Turner's with us representing the children. Sarah is with us, I believe, by phone, and she's with us representing the father, Mr. Elliott, who is with us. Mr. McClellan, the other father, is with us. I think he's with us now. Mr. McClellan, Mr. Taylor's not with us. I'll keep watching the waiting room to see if he joins us. So. Okay, and I'm not sure who I have with CASA. I've got a Margie Lopez, a Pamela Pierce, and that's the only two that I don't know who they are. Does anyone recognize them as being with CASA?
I do not, Your Honor. Okay. I mean, this is a Dallin County case. I would expect Jessica or Evan to be available.
Yeah, I would have thought it would have been one. I'll watch the waiting room. Hang on, maybe I've got. Nope, that's it. Okay, I'll watch the waiting room for CASA too. So, Mr. Albie, you may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Do you have Christy Ashley available?
I do. I'll get her in. Okay.
And where are the three children currently placed?
With Jared McClellan.
And Jared McClellan is the biological father to Jared and Rebecca. And I apologize, Judge. The pop-up keeps popping up on my screen. So he is the stepfather to Alexis.
Yes, sir.
Is he meeting all of the children's needs at this time?
Yes.
Um, any special issues or special needs, any of the three children that have arisen that we need to make the court aware of today?
We had the court order for the testing for JJ, and all the recommendations have been received by the testing facility. The forms have been completed, and we're just waiting for them to call us back with the appointment date.
Is Mr. McClelland working with the school and with the medical personnel to make sure that JJ attends all of these appointments that he has?
Yes.
Mr. McClelland was ordered to work services through a service plan. Has he worked the services in the service plan?
Yes, sir.
Has he completed all of the services that the court had ordered that he complete at this time? Are there any services currently that Mr. McClelland needs to continue working, or that the court needs to order that Mr. McClelland work?
He's continuing to attend the family therapy with Alexis.
And is that, do you see that there are some good results from that family therapy?
Yes, sir.
Has Alexis given you information that she feels more comfortable with Mr. McClelland at this time?
Yes.
Are there any new services that Mr. McClelland needs to work at this time?
No, sir.
The children have been in Mr. McClelland's home since when?
I believe the date was May 2nd, but I'm going to double check my notes. May 2nd.
So for the last couple of weeks, have you been monitoring the children in that home?
Yes, sir.
You've been in the home personally?
Yes.
And do you have any concerns about what you have observed with Mr. McClelland and the children, or the children at that home?
No, sir.
Is Mr. McClelland taking steps to make sure the children are taken care of while he's at work?
Yes.
And is he taking steps to make sure the children are taken to school and returned from school on a reasonable basis?
Yes.
These children's mother passed away during the length of this case.
Yes, sir.
Alexis's father is Manuel Elliott.
Yes.
Mr. Elliott was also ordered to work services through a service plan.
Yes, sir.
Has he begun working the services set forth in his service plan?
No, sir.
Has he provided you, well, first of all, has he maintained contact with you?
Sporadically, sir.
When was the last time that you had face-to-face contact with Mr. Elliott?
That date was May 9th.
And what were you and Mr. Elliott discussing in that face-to-face contact?
I was trying to get him to go to rehab, to let me take him to inpatient rehab.
And why did you believe that he needs to go to inpatient rehab?
He's actively using and he wants to go to rehab.
And were you successful in finding a place to take Mr. Elliott to a rehab?
Yes, sir.
And where did you take Mr. Elliott to the rehab?
Yes.
Where did you take him?
I took him to Now Recovery in Amarillo.
And do you know if he is currently enrolled in Now Recovery?
He is not. He contacted me and told me that he left. He was uncomfortable there and he felt that it was scary.
Has he asked you to begin trying to find him another rehabilitation facility?
Yes.
When did he contact you? Sometime between the 9th and today is when he contacted you and left Now Recovery.
Yes. He contacted me. I believe I just talked to him yesterday. It was Wednesday. Yes. And I messaged him and let him know that he needed to call Serenity. I messaged him that yesterday, texted him the information for Serenity yesterday, and I haven't spoken to him yet to know if he actually called them to do that intake.
Other than the rehab that you're working, trying to get him to enroll in, are there other services that he was ordered to work that he has not done?
Yes, sir.
What are those services?
The parenting classes, and the OSAR. I believe that he has not drug tested for me since January, and obviously he needs to go to rehab. He doesn't have stable housing or employment.
Was he ordered to, I'm sorry, what did you say?
Or transportation. I apologize.
And was he ordered to do counseling?
Yes, the counseling and the psychosocial as well. I'm sorry.
Okay. So for the most part, at this point in time, Mr. Elliott has not taken advantage of the resources that we have provided or could provide for him, and he's not alleviated reasons why Alexis could not be returned to him.
Right.
It would be unsafe to return Alexis to him at this time.
Yes.
And it would be contrary to Alexis's general welfare to do so.
Yes.
Today, are you asking that the court continue the department as temporary managing conservator of these 2 children, continued with the monitored return of the children to Mr. McClellan, and we can continue to work with Mr. Elliott to try to alleviate some of these concerns that the department in St. Francis has?
Yes.
I'll pass the witness, Your Honor.
Thank you. Ms. Lucero?
Thank you, Your Honor. Ms. Ashley, as far as, would you agree with me that the main issue with Mr. Elliott during this case is for him to get help, like with a rehab situation?
Yes.
Okay. So, and I know we've been in the case for a while, but he has started to take steps in that direction. Would you agree with me?
Yes, but
okay,
he's got to be committed to the rehab, and if I find him another bed, he's got to stay and not leave.
I understand that. I appreciate that. Earlier in the case, Mr. Elliott had requested that a home study be done, completed on his mother. Do you recall that?
Yes, but I believe at the last hearing, Judge Graham ordered that we not do that home study.
Okay. And was that based at the time because Alexis wanted to be placed with Mr. McClellan?
It was due to safety concerns with that grandmother's behavior.
Okay. Now, as far as you stated that Alexis is currently in, I guess, family therapy with Mr. McClellan, you stated that she's getting more comfortable. Was there a point that she was uncomfortable about going there, or what was the reason for the family therapy?
It wasn't that she was uncomfortable. Alexis is older and she remembers events that occurred prior to the removal, and she just wanted to be able to have that setting to address past issues and work on her relationship with Jared and know that she could trust that he's made the changes that he's made.
Okay. So to be clear, when the children were removed, the mother and Mr. McClellan were together. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. All right. And currently, does Mr. Elliott have any type of visits with Alexis?
No.
No. Okay. And what would it take from the department's standpoint for him to be able to visit with Alexis again?
It's a court order to not have visits.
Okay. But would you agree with me that in the past, Alexis says that she still wants to have contact with Mr. Elliott?
Alexis wants
Do you recall that?
Alexis wants to have contact with Mr. Elliott if he gets help.
Okay. And as far as Serenity, just to be clear, you provided that information to Mr. Elliott, and he just needs to reach out to them, and hopefully they'll have a bed available?
Yes, it's my understanding that they have a bed. He just needs to call and complete the intake and go from there.
Okay. All right. I appreciate it. I'll pass the witness, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Turner.
Thank you, Your Honor. I missed some of that, so I dropped for a minute, but I do have a couple of questions. The children are doing well, as you said.
Yes, sir.
And
I believe we've lost him again. We've still got about 6 minutes. I'll just keep watching the waiting room, see if Mr. Turner comes back to us.
Okay.
Your Honor.
Yes, ma'am.
I just got a text from Mr. Turner. He would like me to apologize to the court, and he said he can't get his connection back.
Okay. All right.
But he did send a recommendation to Ms. Forbes.
Great. Okay. When we're through, I'll just get you to give his recommendation when you give yours. Thank you. Thanks, Jessica. Okay. Where were we? Any other questions, Ms. Lucero? I'm sorry, Mr. Turner, we were to him. So while we're waiting for him, Mr. Alley, did you have any other witnesses?
I do not have any further witnesses, Your Honor. I rest at this time.
Okay. Thank you. Ms. Lucero, any witnesses?
Your Honor, I'd like to call Mr. Elliott, please.
Thank you. Okay. Ms. Lucero?
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Elliott, you heard Ms. Ashley testify a bit ago. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And so do you have the information to contact Serenity in Plainview? Okay.
Yes,
Do you plan on doing that today or soon, or what are your plans?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Do you have my I'm sorry?
I'm doing that today.
Okay. All right. Then once you get that done, would you let Ms. Ashley and I know, and that way I'll know that you've done your intake. And then if that goes through, would you let us know when you're going to go, please?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. And are you here today because you're wanting to be able to continue your relationship with your daughter?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Is there anything else that you need help with, whether it be from me or from St. Francis at this time, or are you just going to try to get rehab going?
I'm going to start with the rehab, and I'm just having a little bit of trouble with finding the whole counselor. And I did my parenting classes. I have my certificate, and I did my OZAR. And
okay.
I got a few things done so far, and I'm just trying my hardest to work out the best and the rest of it.
Okay. All right. Then, like I said, like you heard me ask Miss Ashley, you realize that going to rehab and getting clean and staying clean is a big priority, the main priority in this case. You understand that for you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. I'll pass the witness.
All right, thank you. Mr. Albee, any questions for Mr. Elliott?
No, at this time, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. All right, then, Mr. Turner's still not with us. We'll get his recommendation in a minute. So, Mr. Elliott, you're doing what I would want you to do. The other services are important too, but this court's opinion is if you don't get the help for the drug problem, the other services won't matter in the end. So, I appreciate the fact that you are looking to get the drug treatment first, and then we'll worry about the rest later. So, appreciate that.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, Ms. Lucero, anything else?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
All right, then. Ms. Ledbetter, if you give me Mr. Turner's recommendation and your recommendation.
Your Honor, Mr. Turner's recommendation is that they continue in placement. The children are doing well. Alexis, again, does want to have visits with her father and her paternal grandmother. However, she wants some boundaries set. She's not ready for that until they work on some different issues and how to communicate without speaking ill of her mother's side of the family. And we are in agreement with that. We believe that they need to continue placement. And if Manuel starts engaging in services and shows a changed behavior, that he is allowed to have visits supervised with Alexis.
Okay. All right, then. All right, then. I will continue the department as temporary managing conservator, continue the children's current placements with Mr. McClellan. I'll order that Mr. Elliott's visitation be suspended until he successfully completes the inpatient program he's trying to get into, and then visits will be supervised. So, okay, that will conclude this hearing. For those of you involved, I'll be back here in just a few minutes. Well, it's a Randall County case. I don't think any of y'all are involved. So, my last two cases are Randall County cases. So, Mr. Albee, you and I are through for the week. Okay,
That's right.
Past 10 o'clock. All right, we will stand in recess. Y'all have a good weekend. Morning, everyone.
Yes, sir. I've been on here before 10 o'clock.
That's fine. I just said good morning.
So I was just letting you know that I've been on here. I've been waiting.
Well, good. I'm proud of you for that. You need to take your cap off.
I took my cap off because I didn't brush my hair.
Well, that's not really my
That's why I
problem.
have my cap on. So
Excuse me. We're in a courtroom and people don't wear caps in courtrooms, so
all right.
we can live without your brushed hair.
All right.
Now, if you'll let me proceed, I would appreciate that.
Yes, sir.
I will call Gray County case cause number 4. This is a status hearing. Mr. Albee is with us for the department. Casa is with us. Ms. Kincaid is with us representing the child. Mr. Michelson is with us representing the mother, Ms. Wright, who is with us. And the alleged father, Mr. Slater, is with us, and I'll get to that here in just a minute. So I have Aaron Tyndall and Austin Bentley in the waiting room.
Okay.
Austin Bentley's in another case, Your Honor, and Miss Tyndall is my caseworker.
Okay, I'll get her in. All right, Mr. Slater, you were not at the adversary hearing, so I need to tell you, you have been pled as what's called an alleged father. That tells me at the time that Zariah was born, you were not married to Miss Wright. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Were you at the hospital when Zariah was born?
No, sir, I was not. I was 9 hours away.
Okay. All right. I need to advise you that since you are an alleged father, you have the absolute right to paternity testing to prove you are or you are not the biological.
Oh, yeah.
Excuse me.
Oh.
You're not through talking.
All right.
You have the right to paternity testing to prove you are or you're not the biological father of the child, or you can tell me that you know that you are the biological father and you do not want that testing. If you say you don't want the testing, then I will.
I want the testing.
I'm not through. If you don't want the testing, I will find today that you are in fact, the biological father of the child, which comes with both rights and responsibilities. That could also include you paying child support.
Yes, sir.
Do you want to ask for paternity testing today, or do you want me to find that you are the biological father?
Yes, I want to ask for paternity testing. We already got that set up with the what's her name? Amanda. She already told me that it's set up for the 7th, February
Okay.
the 7th.
All right. I'll go ahead and tell you, if it comes back that you are in fact the biological father of Zariah, then you have the right to an attorney. If you can't afford an attorney, you have the right to ask that the court consider whether or not you're entitled to a court-appointed attorney at no cost to you. That means I'd have to find that you're indigent and not able to afford an attorney. Do you understand?
Okay. Yes, sir.
All right. if it comes back that you are the father and you want to ask for that, you need to get the paperwork from either someone from St. Francis or the department, or you could contact my office and get it directly from my office. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I can't give you an attorney till I know that you are the biological father.
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay. All right.
Sorry, I don't know how all this works. I wasn't trying to cut you off.
Okay. Well, we'll get there. All right. Now, Mr. Alvey, you may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. I'm calling Miss Erin Tyndall. And where is she currently placed?
She is placed in a traditional foster home in the Amarillo area.
And is that placement meeting all of her needs at this time?
Yes, they are. Yes, they
Making
are.
making sure that she attends all of her medical appointments?
Yes, they are.
Any special issues or special needs with this child that we need to make the court aware of today?
Not at this time.
Child's mother is Laquita Wright. Has she been in contact with you?
Laquita has been in contact with me. She is currently doing rehab in Plainview. And so she is working through that program, and that limits contact somewhat.
And prior to her going to rehab, were you able to sit down with her and develop a service plan?
I spoke with Laquita a few times on the phone, several times actually on the phone, and went over her service plan with her over the phone. We were never able to actually schedule a sit-down appointment. Things would change on her end, my end, and when I did have it scheduled last Friday to take her to rehab, she chose to ride with her mother instead. And so I was not able to go over it face to face with her, but she does have a copy, and she was gone over it with myself just via phone.
Did she acknowledge in your presence that she understood the services set forth in that service plan?
Yes, she did.
Was entering a inpatient rehab part of the services in that service plan?
It was not. She chose to do that on her own. Has she signed the service plan? She has not.
Okay. But you filed a copy of that service plan with the court and outlined it in your court report?
Yes, I did.
And are you asking the court to approve that service plan today?
Yes, I am.
And did you develop the services set forth in that service plan based upon your conversations with Ms. Wright and your understanding of the nature of this case?
Yes, I did.
Mr. Slater has been alleged to be the father. At the temporary hearing, it was ordered to do a genetic test for him to determine if he is the father. Have you been working towards doing that?
Yes, and we do have a genetic testing appointment for February 7th. That is already made. He is aware of it and has agreed to go to it.
In the meantime, have you been able to develop a service plan if Mr. Slater is determined to be the father?
Yeah.
Yes, we do have a service plan developed for Mr. Slater. He has asked to not participate in anything until the DNA testing.
Okay. At this time, because Mr. Slater has not been determined to be the father and Ms. Wright is currently in rehab, are you asking what it would be unsafe to return this child to either of those parents?
That is correct.
And it would be contrary to her general welfare to do so.
That is correct.
Are you asking the court then to continue the department as temporary managing conservator and to leave the child's placement where the child currently lives?
Yes, we are.
I'll pass witness, Your Honor.
All right. Ms. Tyndall, does Zariah have any kind of medical issues, or is he pretty much healthy?
She's healthy.
I'm sorry. Okay. All right. Mr. Michelson, do you have questions?
Thank you, Your Honor. Ms. Tyndall, when did Laquita enter treatment?
She entered treatment on Friday.
Okay. And According to the service plan, the first priority was for her to attend the Padre program for substance abuse counseling and parenting classes. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay. And so will her treatment at Plainview substitute for that program?
That will not substitute for that program. That treatment in Plainview, once I have the completed certificate for it, will substitute for the OSAR. So she will not have to take an OSAR and follow those recommendations unless we have a positive drug screen in the future.
Okay. So she'll still be required to attend Padre.
Yes.
Okay. Pass the witness, Your Honor.
Aaron, Padre's the parenting part, so that's what she's going to be doing through Padre?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. And I didn't hear, is she at Serenity?
Yes, she is.
Okay. Thank you. All right. Ms. Kincaid, any questions?
Just briefly, Your Honor. I noticed that Zarila was born premature. Have there been any services or has she needed any services as a result of her prematurity or potential withdrawals?
So they do have ECI in the home, and she's going to be doing just physical therapy just to help with tummy time and things like that to make sure that she stays developmentally on target.
Okay, thank you. I'll pass the witness.
All right. Thank you. Mr. Slater, you don't have a lawyer, but do you have any questions for Ms. Tyndall?
No, I did not.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you
All
very
right,
much.
Mr. Albie, anything further from the department?
No,
Your
sir.
Honor.
Oh, I thought you were talking to me. My bad.
No. I didn't hear you, Mr. Albie. I was interrupted.
I do not have any further witnesses or anything further from this witness. We rest.
Okay. Thank you. Mr. Michelson, any witnesses?
No witnesses, Your Honor. We rest.
Thank you. Ms. Kincaid, any witnesses?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Slater, did you want to testify or do you have any witnesses?
No.
All right. Thank you. All right, then, Ms. Kincaid, recommendations?
Continue the department as temporary managing conservator and continue current placement.
All right. Casa, anything to add?
We have nothing to add, Your Honor. We agree with Ms. Kincaid.
All right. Thank you. Ms. Tyndall, are you asking for any kind of drug tests on anyone today?
Not today, Your Honor.
All right. Okay. Then I will continue the department as temporary managing conservator, continue Zarila's current placement. We will have the next hearing, the initial permanency hearing on June 4th, 2025. That will be by Zoom, just like today's hearing. So parties and attorneys can either talk to their lawyers to St. Francis or go on the court's online docket a day or two in advance of June 4th to see exactly what time we'll have the hearing that day. And again, Mr. Slater, if you are found to be the father and you want to ask for an attorney, just reach out to any of us to get the paperwork to fill out.
I have a question.
Who's that?
Me, Laquita.
Who's me? Oh, Laquita. What's that?
Could she not come with me here?
I don't know what Serenity's policies are, so that's something you'd have to take up with the people at Serenity, and then you'd have to take it up with St. Francis, and they might be asking the court to make a recommendation, but I don't even know if that's possible right now. So,
Okay. Well, they do have a moms and children's program here.
you can discuss it with Ms. Tyndall and your lawyer, Mr. Michelson. I mean, he knows what to do. That's who you need to be talking to is Ms. Tyndall and your lawyer.
Well, I have no contact with them because we can't have our phones here.
Well, then I'm going to put you in a breakout room with Ms. Tyndall and Mr. Michelson, and y'all can discuss that. I'm going to go on with another hearing, so when you're through, you can just drop off. But I'll do a breakout room. You may be asked to join that breakout room, or it may put you in there automatically. And y'all can discuss that. Nobody can hear it. It's just between the three of you.
Okay.
And I don't know, Ms. Kincaid, did you want to be part of that?
Your Honor, I can, but I'm in the 10:30 as well, so I'll hop back over at 10:30.
Okay. Well, I won't put you in. Do you want to end, or I'm going to call that case here in about 10 minutes. I can wait till exactly 10:30 if you want to be in on that.
Yeah, I'll automatically just get out of it at 10:30, Judge.
Okay, then I will set up that breakout room now for them, and the rest of you will be in recess. Y'all have a good weekend.
You too.
It says that I'm muted.
Okay, it's a little past 11 o'clock. I will call Gray County case. We're here on an initial.
Yes, sir. I've been
Excuse
waiting.
me. I know. I'm trying to call the hearing, Mr. Slater.
Okay.
Mr. Michelson is not with us yet. That's not like, Brittany, would you see if you couldn't get a hold of him real quick?
Yes, I will.
Okay. We're going to see if we can't find Mr. Michelson. He represents Miss Wright, the mother, who's not with us either. We'll give him just a minute and then we'll proceed if he doesn't show up. I have Melissa Dominguez and Aaron Tyndall in the waiting room.
Melissa Dominguez is our volunteer on the case.
Okay.
Aaron's my caseworker, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. We'll get them in. We'll give it I'll give a couple of minutes, see if we can't find Mr. Michelson, then I'll be back. We'll get started.
Are you sure this is the right tree? Or is it
I guess I'm taking a little bit.
All right, we can't get a hold of Mr. Michelson, so we're going to go ahead and go forward. He's not with us, nor is Miss Wright, his client, the mother. This case was set for 11 o'clock. It's 11:07. We'll proceed in their absence, and I'll watch the waiting room. I did have a new person come in, Christian Wetmore. Has that got anything to do with this case? Nope. Okay.
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay. All right, then, Mr. Albee, you may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. I would call Miss Aaron Tyndall. And where is she currently placed?
She is currently placed with her father, Gabriel Slater.
Mr. Slater was adjudicated the father at the last hearing.
Yes.
And how's that placement going?
That placement has been going very well.
Is Mr. Slater making sure that this child is being taken care of and making sure that the child's appointments are being met?
Yes, he is.
Any special issues or special needs that have arisen with the child that we need to make the court aware of today?
No, not today.
Laquita Wright is the child's mother. She was ordered to work services. Has she begun working services?
She started working services and has since stopped.
Are there any services that she has completed at this time?
I believe she completed a psychosocial, and that is the only one.
I'm assuming that psychosocial had recommendations that she complete other services.
Yes, it did.
She has not completed those services.
She has not.
And recently, has she been changing her residence?
She has quite a bit.
So you can't even say that currently that she has a stable, secure residence for the child?
She does not, no.
Would you agree with me that it would be unsafe to return this child to Ms. Wright?
I would agree with that, yes.
It'd be contrary to this child's general welfare to do so.
Yes, it would be.
Mr. Slater's doing pretty well with the child, it seems like, but was he also ordered to work services?
He was indeed. He had a couple of services to work.
And has he completed those services?
He is working on his parenting classes ongoing because they are a longer service, and he should be about done with his counseling as of, I think, May.
So we had the child placed in his home. It would be safe to continue the child in that home?
Yes, it would.
We're not asking that the case be dismissed at this time because Mr. Slater is taking advantage of the services we're offering.
Yes, he is.
Are you asking that the court continue the department as temporary managing conservator of this child, continue the placement with Mr. Slater?
Yes, I am.
And you believe that's in Zarila's best interest?
Yes, I do.
I'll pass the witness, Your Honor.
Mr. Albee, did I sign an order adjudicating him? I didn't show it from my notes at the status hearing, but have I signed that order?
Let me check.
Okay, yeah, Leslie, if you'll just check. If I didn't, then let's go ahead and we'll see when we're through here. All right, Ms. Kincaid, do you have questions?
Just briefly, Your Honor. Is the child up to date on medical and dental?
Yes, she is.
Yes. Oh, sorry.
And she's not on any prescription medications at this time?
She is not, no.
Is she needing any kind of ECI or other services?
No, not at this time. She was previously evaluated in her foster home, and they were making like monthly just checkups on her, but it was a phone call. There was no actual services.
Okay, and is she now on target for her growth?
Yes, she is.
Okay.
She just had an appointment yesterday. She was 18 ounces and 25, 18 pounds and 25 inches long. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's what it was.
Thank you. I'll pass the witness, Your Honor.
All right. Leslie, have I signed an order? I did.
Yes, we did an agreed order. It was filed March 11th.
Okay, thank you. All right, Mr. Slater, I got two things to
Yes, sir.
talk to you about. First of all, do you have any questions for Aaron Tyndall?
No, sir, I do not.
Okay, I need to tell you something. Since I have signed an order that establishes you are the biological father of the child, now you have the right to an attorney. If you can't afford an attorney, you have the right to ask the court consider whether or not you're entitled to a court-appointed attorney at no cost to you. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Do you want to ask for a lawyer today?
Yes, sir. I would like to have a court-appointed attorney.
Okay, have you been given the paperwork that you have to fill out so that I can see whether you qualify for an attorney?
Yes, sir. I submitted it.
Okay, who'd you submit it to? I don't ever seem to get these things. I don't know what happened.
I submitted it to I don't know, she sent me a link and I finished it. She sent me a link yesterday and I finished it. And I also had my father take the paperwork up to the courthouse, but somehow it got misplaced.
That doesn't help me. I don't have it.
Oh, okay.
Your father took it to the Gray County Courthouse?
Yes, and I also and then she wasn't able to find it, so I ended up making a new one, and I submitted that today.
To who?
To Aaron Kendall, sir.
Aaron, do you have it?
Your Honor, I had Gabriel submit that or do that online so he could do it on his phone. He has to take that and file it to the courthouse since the first one he said that his dad took to the courthouse was not filed. So we should hopefully have a new one filed. He has the completed form with him now. He just has to take that back up to the courthouse and file it.
Well, apparently the courthouse isn't doing their job if they lost the first one.
Well, and I think there was some confusion on that. His dad had agreed to take it up there, and then he'd had an accident and was in the hospital, and they found it just with some other paperwork at home, from what I understood. So we will get it filled out and get it to the hospital, or get it not to the hospital, to the courthouse.
Well, I don't really care if it gets to the courthouse, but I want it to get to my office from somebody.
Yes. We will make sure it gets there. Like I said, we
Okay.
went ahead and refilled out a whole new one, Your Honor.
Great.
That way I've got it and I can take it up there.
But just let's just get it emailed or someone get it to me somehow.
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Slater, are you currently working?
No, I'm not currently working. I'm on disability, and also I do detailing on the side as well. And I just had an interview with this Tech 5, and I'm waiting on a call from them. But I've been trying to find a job and stuff, Your Honor.
Okay, well, if the paperwork you filled out shows that you're not currently employed, and you're telling me that you're not is your detailing business kind of hit and miss?
I get quite a bit of clients. I mean, it just depends on the weather, you know what I mean?
Yeah, okay.
And then I also get my payment from disability.
Sure.
And they also owe me back pay too as well. So sometimes I get 900, sometimes I get $2,100 a month. It just depends.
Okay, all right. I'll look at it as soon as I get it. I'll look at it. Did you give me a good phone number and an address on that form?
Yes, sir, I did.
Did you have an email address?
Yes, sir. I put the address on there as well.
Okay, then we'll be notifying you pretty quickly. I can tell you from what you're telling me, you'll probably qualify for a court-appointed attorney because we don't consider any disability payments you get. So
okay.
We'll let you know either by phone or by email who your lawyer is, and we'll give you the contact information for that lawyer. Then
Yes,
it'll be your responsibility to contact the lawyer to set up an appointment. Okay.
Okay, sounds good.
Righty. Okay. All right, Mr. Albee, did you have anything further?
I do not, Your Honor.
Okay. Ms. Kincaid, any witnesses?
No, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Slater, anything else you need to tell me that you haven't told me?
No, sir.
Okay. All right, then I will continue the department as temporary manager conservator, and I'll continue the child's current placement with Mr. Slater. Mr. Alley, the report, both CASA and CPS reports asked me to set a final. Is that what you're wanting me to do?
I was going to request that you go ahead and set the next hearing for a final now.
Okay. How far out do you want it? We got to do 45 days. Our next scheduled hearing was going to be on October 1st, but we don't have to wait that long.
Judge, if we could do it a month earlier than that, I'd be good.
Okay. I can do it. I mean, I'm just looking at some dates I have. Leslie and Brittany may have other dates. We've got hearings on August 20th, but we could have it even sooner than that if y'all want.
Judge, just for on the safety's sake, let's do that August 20th date. We give Miss Wright an opportunity to maybe work some services between now and then.
All right. Okay. Then I'll set the final for August 20th, 2025. Parties and attorneys can go on the court's online docket a day or two before August 20th to find out exactly what time we'll have that hearing. Mr. Slater, if you qualify for an attorney, you can get with that attorney, and that attorney will tell you when we know what time on August 20th we'll have this final hearing.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. That will conclude this hearing. For those of you involved, I'll be back at 11. Stand in recess. Everybody have a good rest of your week.
You too as well.
Uh-huh.
Judge, just briefly,
Yeah.
we have
I'm
an
sorry. I missed CASA again. I'm sorry. I'm used to having hearings Wednesdays, a lot of Randall County hearings, and I never have CASA. So
Sorry, Your Honor. Am I free to
you're free to go. Sure, you're free to go.
Okay.
CASA agrees. CASA agrees with everything. Sorry.
Anything else to add, Mr. Dominguez?
No.
Okay. Sorry I missed you.
You're good.
It's don't think it's because I don't appreciate you. I wish I had CASA on every single case. So. All right, thank y'all.
Oh, Judge, I was gonna we were scheduled for an adversary today at 1:30.
Right.
We signed off on that, and are we still gonna hold that hearing? Because I have a 1 o'clock with Judge Baker, and it's also an adversary. So
yeah, no, Brittany told me that we had an agreement, and it's my understanding that there's not going to be a hearing held.
okay, good. Well, I don't know how I do both you and Judge Baker at the same time. So I'm glad we got that figured out. Thank you, Judge.
I'll tell you what, I would have told you to go to Judge Baker's, not come to me. I don't want to have to hear about it tonight.
No joke, right? Okay, thanks, Judge.
Okay. Mr. Alby's with us for the department. CASA is with us. Miss Riley's with us as guardian ad litem, I think, for the child, Marie. Mr. Michelson is with us. Let me go. Leslie sent me a text on this. I'm trying to keep everybody straight. Mr. Michelson, who do you represent? You're muted.
Yes, Marie.
Okay. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Missed you over there. Okay. All right, so Mr. Michelson is the attorney ad litem for the child. And I assume, Ms. Gomez, are you covering for Mr. Barfield?
Not that I know. I think I'm on Bentley.
Oh, Bentley is not till
10:30.
Well, we're
Okay.
no, I'm sorry. We've got two related cases. That's my problem.
That's it. That's it. Now I
All right,
remember.
I'm on the Greenwalt now, and I'll get to Bentley here in just a minute.
Yes.
All right, Miss Archer is in Greenwalt. Miss Archer is guardian ad litem for the mother, Miss Wilson. And I don't see her. Were you expecting her, Miss Archer?
Well, she did relinquish, but
Okay.
I sent her the link in case she wanted to see how this turned out today.
Okay, she's not in our waiting room, so. And Mr. Barfield had informed me, he'd asked if he needed to attend. I told him that was strictly up to him since she'd relinquished. He's not in the waiting room, so I'll assume he is not going to attend. And in that case, George Greenwald, the father, is deceased. So that's everybody in that case. All right, give me just a minute to catch up on the other case.
Do you want me to stay present for this hearing, Judge, since she relinquished, or may I be
You're not in the other one, are you? So no, you
No.
can be excused.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
Hey, thank you for being there. All right, let me get everybody in that I can see in the other case. All right, I will call also a related case, CASA. This is a status hearing. Mr. Albee again for the department. CASA is with us. Ms. Kincaid is with us representing the child. Ms. Gomez is with us representing the father, Mr. Bentley, who is with us. Mr. Michelson again is in this case represents Marie, the mother, and I don't see her with us.
She's in placement, Your Honor.
Okay, she's
And
not.
I'm trying to reach out to her placement because I thought she was going to be here, so I'm trying to reach them. We've had this problem with getting in touch with her at the placement and trying to get them to log on for her.
I will watch the waiting room. We're going to have to go forward. We've got other cases today.
Yes,
I'll watch
sir.
when she comes in. I have Christy Ashley, Kenda Miles, and Breeza Salinas in the waiting room.
Judge, Breeza and Christy are both involved in these two cases, so I need both of them and they will both be called as witnesses, Your Honor.
Okay. And I think that's it. So, all right, Mr. Albee, now we can get going.
Thank you, Your Honor. I would call Breeza Salinas to start with, Your Honor. And she's 16 years old, and where is she currently placed?
In a children's center
Where at?
in Houston.
And is that placement meeting all of her needs at this time?
Yes.
And is she attending any mental health, medical, or dental appointments that may have been set up for her?
Yes, she has attended them.
And is placement making sure that all of her needs are covered at this time?
Yes.
Her mother is Christine Wilson.
Yes.
Miss Wilson advised you at the start of the case that she wanted to relinquish her parental rights to Marie.
That's correct.
And in fact, Marie had not been living with Miss Wilson for several months prior to this case starting. She had just come to visit her mom when we got involved.
Correct.
And Miss Wilson has some mental health challenges and some issues, and she made it clear that she did not want to be a part of Marie's life at this point in time.
Yes, she had stated that she couldn't at this time and didn't want to. Mm-hmm.
Did she sign an affidavit of relinquishment of her parental rights?
She did.
And is that affidavit on file with the court today?
That is correct.
Your Honor, we would offer up Miss Wilson's affidavit of relinquishment of parental rights as Exhibit 1, and I'll provide Ms. Taylor with a copy of that before the day is over.
All right. With no objections, then Petitioner's Exhibit 1 is admitted, and I assume it is on file already?
It is, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. It's admitted.
You didn't ask Miss Wilson to sign that affidavit. It was her request to do so?
Yes, sir. I had went to her home to discuss the family plan of service, and she said she was not willing to, so she asked to sign over.
And did you didn't pressure her to do that? You didn't promise her anything to do that? She did that voluntarily as far as you know?
Yes, sir.
Because of the nature of how this case started and what circumstances are, do you believe that it would be in the best interest of Marie for Miss Wilson's parental rights to be terminated today?
Yes, sir.
Any hesitation at all to do that?
No.
Have you talked with Marie about the fact that Miss Wilson wants to terminate her parental rights?
Yes, she has hasn't wanted to talk to her mother at all during this.
So are you asking today that we terminate Miss Wilson's parental rights, not order that Miss Wilson work any services?
That is correct. Yes. Oh, you froze.
And then,
oh, sorry. Okay.
And then if the court was to do that, we would ask that the next hearing be a final hearing, so we can, since both parents will no longer be involved, we just want to make the department as permanent managing conservator of Marie.
Yes, sir.
Given the circumstances, just for the record, unsafe to return Marie to Miss Wilson's home at this time.
Yes.
And it would be contrary to Marie's general welfare to do so.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Ms. Salinas. I'll pass the witness, Your Honor.
All right, let me ask you, Mr. Albee. We've got a deceased father in the Greenwald case. Is there an unknown father pled in? Or is
there's not, Your Honor. There's not a question in my mind. There was not a question as to the paternity of Marie, the 16-year-old.
Okay.
Everybody confirmed that he was deceased, so we did not. I don't believe we pled an unknown father.
Okay, well then, do you want me? You said you wanted me to set a final for the next. If we've got a deceased father and mother's relinquished, why aren't we just going ahead and treating this as the final?
And Judge, just to clarify.
Yeah.
Just to clarify, we did allege him as the father, and we did plead an unknown father.
Okay.
And so I did get a certified copy of the paternity registry search where no one claimed paternity.
Okay.
And the order would show that her alleged father is deceased, and then terminate the unknown father based on the paternity registry.
Okay, and that's on file?
Yes, and I had sent an email about a week or two ago if anybody had objected for it to be a final termination today instead of interlocutory, and no one objected.
Okay. All right. Give me just a quick break. I'm going to ask this guy if he can't go blow some leaves somewhere else. I'll be right back. Okay, so yeah, what I'd like to do, I'd like to go ahead and treat the Greenwald case as a final today. And I don't know, Mr. Albee, I don't know if your worker knows that paternity registry search is on file, but I will take judicial notice that it is. If Ms. Canada tells me it is, that's good enough for me.
That, Judge, that would be acceptable to the department. I just don't want to. I didn't want to rush things, so.
Well, yeah, I'd like to go ahead and conclude that one today. So, and I tell you this, let's do it this way. It's going to be easier than trying to go back and forth. In the Greenwald case, then, based on what I've heard today, then, Mr. Michelson, do you have any questions? I've outlined what I'd like to do. I want to go ahead and conclude this.
No, it's crystal clear to me. So,
no questions.
No questions, Your Honor.
Okay. Ms. Riley, any questions?
No, Your Honor, and I think our client agrees to all of this. So
okay. All right then. All right, let's just go ahead then on that case. Mr. Michelson, recommendations?
I think it's in the best interest of Marie that her mother's parental rights be terminated.
Okay. And you're asking also that I go ahead and find that if Mr. Greenwald, who's deceased, who was the presumed father, he's deceased, obviously that's come out through the testimony. Then are you also asking that if he were not the father, that I find that any unknown father be terminated based on the paternity registry search?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. CASA, is CASA on board with treating this as a final?
Yes, Your Honor. We're in agreement.
Okay, give me just a minute. Does CASA want to stay in this case or be dismissed along with everyone else?
Your Honor, we'll stay in this case.
Okay. All right, then. Then based on the evidence I've heard today, as well as the affidavit of relinquishment and the paternity registry search on file, and I don't know that anybody said this, but I'm assuming the paternity registry search, Leslie, you probably said it, no one filed claiming to be the father, correct?
Correct.
Okay. All right, then, based on the evidence I've heard today, as well as the affidavits that we've talked about in the paternity registry search, I do find that it's in the best interest of that the parental rights of the mother, Christine Wilson, be terminated. I'll terminate those rights today based on Texas Family Code section 161.001, subsection B1K. I further find that it's, I make a finding that the presumed father of Marie was in fact George Greenwalt, who is deceased at this time. If in fact Mr. Greenwalt was not the biological father, then I further find that it's in the best interest of the parental rights of any unknown father be terminated. I'll terminate those rights today based on Texas Family Code section 161.002 B2, and make note that the paternity registry search is on file, that no one has claimed paternity. I'll name the department permanent managing conservator, continue Marie's current placement. I'll order that Mr. Michelson as the child's attorney ad litem and CASA be continued in the case. All other court-appointed relationships will be dismissed after all appellate and de novo periods have expired. I will set the placement review hearing for April 16th, 2025. That will be by Zoom like today's hearing, so parties and attorneys can go on the court's online docket a day or two in advance of April 16th to see what time
Judge,
we'll
I have
that
one
hearing.
question.
Uh-huh.
Since Miss Riley is the guardian ad litem to
Oh, yeah.
Marie,
You're right.
continue her as the guardian as well?
Yeah, I think so. That's
And then
what,
just dismiss Brooks and Natalie
right.
from Miss Wilson.
Yeah, I do. You're correct. We need to keep Miss Riley in the case as the guardian ad litem for the child.
Okay,
let me change that in my notes. Okay. All right. Now, Mr. Albee, we're back to Bentley now. So, did you have anyone have any further questions for Miss Salinas? No. All right, then, Mr. Albee, your next witness.
Thank you, Your Honor. I would call Miss Christy Ashley.
All right. Miss Ashley, you were sworn earlier this morning, so you're still under oath. So, Mr. Albee, you may proceed.
Can I ask a question first?
Yeah, who's that?
It's Christy Ashley.
Oh, yeah?
Marie says that she's been in the waiting room to get into court.
No, I've got Teresa Gutierrez and Kelly Pendleton. Those are the only two in the waiting room.
Okay, thank you.
Uh-huh.
Well,
now I have a Kianda Miles.
That's
her.
Okay, she just now popped in, so okay, we'll get her in. And that is Marie for my notes.
Yes, Judge.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Well, if she's coming in, she missed the hearing. Do we want to take a quick break and let her lawyers explain to her what happened?
Yes, please, Your Honor.
Okay. I'm trying to see there she is. Okay. I've got her under Kianda Miles. We've actually concluded the case that involved you, but I'm going to put you in a breakout room real quick with your lawyers and let them explain to you what happened, in case there's anything you want to tell me.
Okay, thank you.
The breakout room, you may be asked to join it, or it might put you in there automatically.
All right.
And Judge, just for your understanding, the reason that these cases are together is the mother to the next child.
Right. I understand that.
And where is Adeline currently placed?
She is placed at DePelchin in LaPorte, Texas.
And is that with her mother?
Yes, sir.
And is that placement meeting all of Adeline's needs?
Yes.
Is Miss Greenwald and the placement making sure that Adeline attends all of the necessary appointments for this child?
Yes.
And is she developing at this rate on target?
Yes.
Any concerns, special issues, or special needs with the child we need to make the court aware of today?
No, sir.
Maria's the mother, she was ordered to work since, or struck that. have you been able to talk with her about services that she may need to work?
Yes.
Were you able to develop a service plan for Miss Greenwald?
Yes.
And was that service plan developed based upon your conversations with Miss Greenwald and your understanding of the nature of this case?
Yes, sir.
And was it specifically tailored for her needs?
Yes.
Did you go over the services that you put in that service plan?
Yes.
Did she acknowledge she understood those services?
Yes, sir.
And did she make any objections to any of the services that you asked her to complete?
No, sir.
Did you put that service plan in writing and hand it to Miss Greenwald for her signature?
I did not hand it to her, but I did send it to her to sign. Yes.
And did she sign it?
Yes.
And is that service plan on file today?
Yes.
Are you asking the court to approve that service plan and make it an order of the court?
Yes.
Austin Bentley is the father to this child.
Yes, sir.
And we adjudicated him at the last hearing, correct?
Yes, sir.
And have you had an opportunity to talk to Mr. Bentley about the service plan?
Somewhat, yes.
All right, you're going to have to explain that. Tell me what somewhat means.
I've had some trouble getting a hold of Mr. Bentley. Apparently he doesn't have his own phone and his mother works, and that's the phone number that I have for him. I did discuss with them the services. I was unable to get a signature on the family plan because it was reported to me that by his mother there was no email address, but we actually were able to get an email address from him last week. But I did mail 2 copies with a self-addressed stamped envelope so that he could sign one and send it back to us. But now that we have that email, we can send it through DocuSign, and it would be wonderful if there were an easier way to get in touch with him.
Okay, but has he acknowledged that he's received it or that he's read it?
I do not know that he's gotten it or read it yet.
And again, prior to sending that to him, did you tailor that service plan that you sent to him based upon your understanding of the events of this case?
Yes.
Did you outline the services that you wanted Mr. Bentley to complete in the court report that you filed?
Yes.
Today, are you asking that the court approve that service plan and make it an order of the court until Mr. Bentley has made any objections to it at a later date?
Yes.
Do you know if Mr. Bentley has begun working any services at this time?
To my knowledge, he hasn't begun working any services. We have been contacting service providers in their area and trying to get contracted so that he can work services.
So would you agree with me that it would continue to be unsafe to return Adeline to Mr. Bentley's care?
Yes.
And it would be contrary to Adeline's, and for the record, Adeline's 3 months old, right?
4 months.
Okay, so it would be contrary to Adeline's general welfare to remove her from Ms. Greenwald's care and place her in Mr. Bentley's care.
Correct.
So you're asking the court to continue the department as temporary managing conservator of this child and continue the department and continue the current placement where the child is at.
Yes.
I'll pass the witness, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Michelson. Any questions?
Thank you, Your Honor. Ms. Ashley, is an ICPC home study initiated?
We recently received Adeline's birth certificate, so we're still gathering the documents to be able to do that, but we have some concerns about completing that ICPC at this time.
And what are those concerns?
We're not sure if our ICPC should be completed to have Adeline and Marie placed in the same place in Arkansas, out of state together. So we're trying to figure out if we should do an ICPC for 2 separate locations for them.
Until they're reunified.
Correct.
Okay. Is there any issue with her being with her daughter at the present time?
In state, we're better able to monitor things. So we have no concerns with them being placed together here in Texas. The concern is once they're out of state, we don't have it's not as easy to monitor the situation.
So it's a jurisdictional issue. With respect to Marie's progress with the baby, how is she doing?
There have been some issues with some of Marie's behaviors.
And what issues are those?
Wanting to leave Adeline at the facility and go do things, or she is under a safety plan for technology, and there have been reports of her breaking into a staff office through a window to steal a phone to make contacts. There's been reports that she has gone to other cottages to use and borrow phones from other residents at the facility.
Do you know who she's contacting when she does that?
I do not know who all she is trying to contact. I know there have been reports of her contacting people that she's met online.
Okay. In speaking with Marie, there seems to be some confusion on her part. She understands what she's required to do in terms of services like parenting and so forth, but she seems to be under the impression that those are the goals of the RTC and not the department's goals. So could you clarify those goals with her?
I'm sorry, she's confused about which goals?
In other words, when I asked her about the family service plan, she didn't have the impression that she had a service plan. She thought that was the RTC's goals for her. So my question is if you could review that with her so that she's clear on who's developing those goals.
Yes, I've talked with her about her services several times.
Okay. Pass the witness, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Gomez, questions?
Miss Ashley, very briefly, are there any services that Mr. Bentley could get started on immediately? That we could, while we're working on you kind of reaching out to others in Arkansas and seeing if we can arrange some of those others out there?
Yes, I've spoken with him and his mother on the phone and explained that if there's a counselor in their area that they would like to start the individual counseling, the psychosocial, those kind of things. But I have not heard back anything from them on that. We just kind of took it upon ourselves to start researching who's in the area to try to get those things started.
Okay, and at this time, is your department considering doing a home study for Austin Bentley's mother, Miss Khan?
No, he lives in that home.
Okay. Thank you so much, Miss Ashley. No further questions, Your Honor.
Thank you, Ms. Kincaid.
Thank you, Your Honor. Does the department have any concerns about Marie potentially absconding from her current placement?
Yes.
Okay. Are there concerns that she may or may not take Adeline with her?
Yes.
What are you concerned she's going to leave Adeline or take her, or both?
Both. We do not know.
Okay. So is that part of the reason that we've got concerns with the ICPC out of state?
Yes.
Okay. And had there been reports that Marie may potentially be trying to gather money to abscond?
We believe that she is possibly trying to gather money to abscond, yes.
Okay. So far as Adeline's concerned, is she up to date on her medical and dental?
Yes.
Okay. And her, has she been seen for her ECI appointment?
I know that we have the referral, but I do not believe that she's at the evaluation at this time.
Okay. Thank you. Are there any other significant medical concerns for Adeline at this time?
No.
Okay. Thank you. I'll pass the witness.
All right. Anyone have further questions for Ms. Ashley?
No, Your Honor.
No questions.
All right. Then, Mr. Albee, any further witnesses?
No, Your Honor. I'll rest.
Thank you. Mr. Michelson, any witnesses?
No witnesses. I rest.
Thank you. Ms. Gomez?
Arrest, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you. Ms. Kincaid, any recommendations?
Continue the department as temporary managing conservator of the child, continue current placement. I have concerns with the placement. I think everyone is aware of those. And just concerns for Adeline's safety. But as long as placement can keep Marie on campus, I think that we're okay there.
Okay. All right, Casa, anything to add?
Nothing to add, Your Honor. We're in agreement with Ms. Kincaid.
Okay. All right, then based on what I've heard, then I will continue the department as temporary managing conservator, continue the current placement. I'll order the services as contained in the service plans for Ms. Greenwald and Mr. Bentley, and I'll ask the attorneys to go over that in detail with them. I'm going to order that Adeline not be moved from her current placement without a prior court order. And I'd like for the attorneys to discuss that. Well, I'd like for Mr. Michelson to discuss that in depth with Ms. Greenwald. But Ms. Greenwald, what I'm saying, I've heard some testimony that you might be considering leaving the placement. They don't know whether you might try to take Adeline or not. But with this order I've just entered, if you were to remove Adeline from the placement, that's a felony offense in the state of Texas because you're interfering with a child custody order. So I'll let your lawyer go into more detail with you about that. And then for Ms. Greenwald and Mr. Bentley, I need to advise both of you. If Mr. Bentley, if you'd unmute. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Bentley, can you hear me?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, I need to advise both of you that the services that are in your service plans become a court order today. At a final hearing, if you haven't worked those services, your parental rights could be altered or your parental rights could be terminated in full. So you both understand that these services that are in your plan now are a court order.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Greenwald, did you say yes?
Yes.
Okay. All right, then. All right, our next hearing will be the initial permanency hearing. That will be on May 21st, 2025. It will be by Zoom like today's hearing, so parties and attorneys can go on the court's online docket or talk to your lawyers or to St. Francis a day or two before May 21st to see exactly what time we'll have that hearing. Mr. Graff is covering for Mr. Albee for the department. Ms. Talley is with us representing CASA. Ms. Kincaid is with us representing the children as the ad litem. Mr. Michelson is with us representing the mother, Ms. Greenwald. She's not with us, not in the waiting room. Mr. Michelson, were you expecting her? You're muted.
Sorry, I was having problems with my audio. Yes, I was expecting her.
Okay, I don't have anybody in the waiting room except for Miss Outley with the St. Francis. Is she your worker?
She's my worker, Your Honor, yes.
Yeah, I'll be getting her in. Okay, Mr. Nowak represents the father, Mr. Bentley. Mr. Bentley's not with us, and Mr. Nowak is in a jury trial in Dalhart at this time, so he's not with us, but he did let me know he sent recommendations for all his cases. He says he was only appointed 5 days ago. He's been busy prepping for this jury trial in Dalhart. He's not had contact with his client yet, so his client's not with us. So we'll go ahead in his absence. Miss Riley is the guardian ad litem for the mother, Miss Greenwald. She's not with us either. So this case was set for 10 o'clock. It's 10:05. We've got a full morning, so we're going to go ahead and go forward in their absences. So, Mr. Graff, you may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. I call Antar Outley to give us an update.
I can't hear you. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, you're gonna have to get closer to your mic and speak up, please.
Okay.
All right, Mr. Graff.
Thank you, Your Honor. Good morning, Mr. Outley. Okay. And how long have you been assigned?
Like 5 months now.
Okay. And have we gotten service on all necessary parties, mother and father, in this matter?
Yes.
Okay. And then has the CCEG, Court of Continuing Exclusive Jurisdiction verification, been received and filed with the court, if you know?
I'm not sure.
Okay. And have all issues of paternity been resolved at this point, to your knowledge?
Yes, as far as I know.
Okay. And at this time, can Adeline be safely returned to her home?
No.
Okay. And is the child placed with a relative or a designated caregiver?
Yeah, she's in her foster home in Alvin, Texas, with a foster placement.
Okay. And how old is Adeline?
She's 8 months.
Okay. So she's not in a position to express an opinion at this point in time.
No.
Okay. Has does she have any special needs?
No.
Okay. And okay. Do you have a likely date at this point in time where she might be able to either be returned home or otherwise placed for adoption or permanent managing conservatorship?
Yeah, they 12/9 of 25.
Okay. And how are the parents doing in terms of compliance and progress of any court-ordered services?
The mom she's been doing parenting and counseling in her facility. The dad, it's been difficult to find services there in Arkansas. I've made calls, nobody's called me back. He's made calls. Like on May 5th, I even called local CPS in Arkansas, Sebastian County, to see if they could like link me to people, like to services they give their clients there. On the same day on the email at 2:50, her name was Scarlett Yang. She sent an email to asking co-workers to call me back to give me kind of help me out find services. No one still called me back. So
Well, it sounds like you've been kind of beating the bushes to connect him up with Arkansas providers, but no luck so far.
yes.
Okay. Beyond the efforts you've made to try and find out-of-state providers to help with dad, at this point in time, has the mother been provided referrals for all the previously court-ordered services?
Yes.
Okay. And are there any additional services that you're recommending or requesting for either parent at this point in time?
At this time, no.
Okay. And should the department continue to have temporary managing conservatorship of Adeline?
Yes.
Okay. And then why is that?
Dad hasn't started his services. He is working. He does have his own apartment, so he has made steps on those. Mom still has had some incidents where she has ran to hang with an 18-year-old boy in the last facility. In this facility, they try to pick her up from school. There was one incident they tried to pick her up from school. She wasn't available, so she's still making a few little mistakes. But as a mother, her instincts are really good. But she's just making a few young mistakes because being young, it can happen. But
Sure. So it sounds like she's making an effort to try and comply, but she's still got work to do before you could ever recommend placement back into her care. Is that fair?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. That's all. So at this point in time, it's contrary to for the child's welfare for her to be returned to either parent's care.
Yes.
Okay, because there's still outstanding safety risks.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. Pass the witness, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you. Mr. Outley, domestic violence was one of the main causes for removal. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Could Austin do the BIP program by do it virtually?
Yes, I haven't really, can he do it from like this area? I haven't really found any spots in Arkansas, but if I can get him, if he can call it here in this area, I think he could. I could try that.
Well, I mean, if it's virtual, as long as he's got some way to hook up to the internet, I don't think
Yeah,
it really
he
matters
does have
where he's
that.
at.
Yeah, he does have that.
Okay, well, if he's got that, I'm y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think I've heard many times talk about that the BIP class can be done virtually. So
Okay, I can try to set those up.
yeah, if that can be done, that's the main service the court would want him to do anyway because of the cause of removal. So if we can get that done virtually, then that's great. So
okay,
and I don't know about either a domestic violence group for Ms. Greenwald or a WAVE class, but let's just look into it to see if those things can be done virtually. So
yes, sir.
okay, Mr. Michelson, any questions?
Yes, sir. Thank you. Miss Greenwald is a ninth grader, correct?
I think she's like 10th grade, I believe.
Okay. And does she complete school this week?
Yes, sir. I believe so.
Okay. Are there any plans for her for this summer? I know she seems to like to plan adventures, so I was wondering if they were going to keep her time occupied.
I think they have some activities planned. I haven't heard much from this new facility she's moved into. But I know they got some things planned. They do stuff on weekends that I know of.
Okay. In terms of her participation in the family service plan, is she on track?
Yes.
Okay. And with the issues of running away from the facility, is that an ongoing problem or a resolved issue?
I think it's been resolved. It was like the last facility was kind of happening. I haven't heard anything different for this facility she moved into recently.
Okay. And how long has she been at that facility?
I think it's like probably about a month now.
Okay.
The newest one that's in Missouri City.
Pass the witness, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Mr. Alley, at one point was the mother, Miss Greenwald, was she placed in a group home with the child?
Yes, that's the one that she recently moved out of into the new one.
And that's when we were worried she was going to run and either take the baby or not take the baby. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. So now the baby's in a different foster home. That's not an issue anymore, correct?
Yes.
Okay, good. All right then, Ms. Kincaid.
You stole my questions, Judge. But Adeline's not currently on any kind of medications.
No.
Okay, and since she's recently been moved into this foster home, have visits been set up?
Yeah, she will see Marie this Saturday at 9 a.m. at the facility.
Okay, so they're going to transport Adeline back and forth to see Marie.
Well, the caregiver wants to do like 1 week she wants to do face to face, and the next week she wants to do virtual. So that's gonna like just rotate.
Okay, thank you. I'll pass the witness.
Okay, where's Miss Greenwald placed?
She's in Missouri City at a facility. I can't remember the address. It's like
we don't need address.
Okay. Yes.
How far is Marie from Adeline's placement?
When I GPS, it's like 50 minutes.
Okay. All right. That's not good. Good. That's good. They're that close. Okay. Anybody have further questions for Mr. Alley?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Anything further from the department?
No, the department rests, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right. Mr. Michelson, any witnesses?
No witnesses, Your Honor.
All right. Ms. Kincaid, recommendations?
To continue the current placement, and just make sure that we can get our visits set up and going for Adeline.
Okay. All right. Thank you. All right. Then I will continue the department as temporary managing conservator, and I will continue Adeline's current placement. I'm not sure. I'm looking at my notes from the status hearing. I had ordered that Adeline not be removed from her current placement without a prior court order. I can't remember why I did that, but we'll just continue that previous order in effect. So, all right. That will conclude this hearing. For those of you involved, I'll be back at 10:30 to call a Wheeler County case. That's on a motion to participate. Otherwise, we'll be in recess. Everybody have a good rest of your week and have a good Memorial Day.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank y'all. Okay, I'm getting ready to call Randall County case on the Moody child. We're here on a motion to suspend visitation. I think I've got everybody in that's with us. I've got Christina Hunter and Lexi Bush in the waiting room. Do we need them in?
Christina Hunter is the caseworker, or is the caseworker judge.
Do we know who Lexi Bush is?
Judge, she's my receptionist,
Okay.
legal secretary.
Okay, all right, we'll get her in too. We're here on a motion to suspend visitation filed by Ms. Naranjo on behalf of the child, Jesse. Ms. Wildman is with us for the department. Again, Ms. Naranjo is with us representing the child, Jesse. Ms. Oscarson is with us representing the intervenors, Kelly and Curry Pendleton, who are both with us. Mr. Nowak is with us representing the father, Billy Moody. I don't see him, and I have no one in the waiting room. Mr. Nowak, were you expecting him?
Judge, he has an answering machine on his phone. I've left messages. He has not. I have not had any contact despite effort to contact him. Thank you, Judge.
Okay, thank you. And Mr. Pirtle is with us representing the mother, Miss Wyrick. So that is everyone. No one left in the waiting room. This case was set for 11 o'clock. It's now 11:23. We'll proceed in Mr. Moody's absence, and I will watch the waiting room in case he shows up. So, all right, Ms. Naranjo, this is, well, let me just ask first, is anybody in opposition to the motion?
No objection, Judge.
No
Anyone
objection.
else?
The department is not.
I'm assuming by silence, nobody's objecting to the motion. So,
No, no objection.
okay.
Yeah.
Are there any other? I'm sorry, what?
I'm sorry, Your Honor, I'm not intending to cut you off. Mr. Pirtle, who represents the mother, has shared in the chat that the mother's willing to sign a voluntary relinquishment.
Okay. Is that something we want to take the time to take up today or reschedule, or she's not with you, is she, Miss Oscarson?
She's my client, Judge, and she has said she's gonna sign the voluntary relinquishment.
Okay, I'm
She
sorry,
believes
but
believes it's in the best
Pirtle,
interest of the child.
Mr. Pirtle, she's not in your office, is she?
She's not here.
Okay, so we probably don't need all these lawyers waiting around to try to figure out how to do this today. So, okay, as far as today, then, based on no objection, I will grant Ms. Naranjo's motion to suspend visitation. I will order that there be no further visitation between Ms. Wyrick and the child until further court order, just in case this thing blows apart. So, all right, that will conclude this hearing. I was going to announce our next review hearing was already set for February 10th, 2025. So let's just keep that hearing date. Maybe we'll be ready to proceed further. I guess a lot will depend on what Mr. Moody does. So,
And may it please the court, while I'm here, I'm always a proponent of free discovery. If Miss Wyrick can answer this question, do you live with Billy? Does he have my phone number? Can you get him to call me?
I do not live with Billy. Does not live with me. I have my own apartment. I'm pretty sure Christina can vouch for me too as well. She's been to my house. It's just me and my dog here. I did give Christina a number that Billy has called me from. But I don't.
Does that end in 7972?
No, sir. That is my phone number.
hang on a second. If it'll help, Mr. Nowak, I'll take this. This is our last hearing. Let me get off YouTube, and if she's got something that can help you.
Perfect, Judge.
Give me just a second.